Hello folks, we're going to talk about a microphone tonight that just doesn't seem to get enough love on the harmonica interwebs. The Superlux D-112, Superlux D-112, aka the PV Cherry Bomb, and I think it's sold as, another company sells it as the Red Devil. The PV is red, has a black grill, and there's a on-off switch here. I don't know why you need an on-off switch if you already have a volume knob, but to each his own. The PV costs more money. PV costs about $100 something usually. These run about $60–$70. Maybe you can get them on Reverb around the $50 mark. I lucked out big time on this. I wasn't even planning on buying a mic. I was looking for a distortion pedal on Facebook Marketplace. I saw this on there, $20, new in the box. So I had a gig in the town where the guy had it, and I said, can you meet me at the gig? And this was on Thanksgiving Eve. He brought it down to me. I bought it off for $20. Unfortunately, the box got ruined during the gig because it was left on the floor with the rest of the equipment, and well, it was a beer-soaked night, let's put it that way. I don't partake myself, but there was a lot of mess. Well, I'm not a box saver guy anyway, especially on something like this. I mean, this is not going to be a collectible 30 years, 40 years from now. At least I don't think so. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool mic for what it is. Like I said, I wasn't even planning on buying a mic. I said, I'll buy it for the shell, but I'll use it that night just to see how it is. I was going to buy it for the shell and put a Shure CM in this, or a CR, but it really doesn't need it. This sounds way better than a modern Shure Green Bullet, and I know because I've had one. The Shure is heavier, bigger, it doesn't sound as good as this, and it costs more money. Yeah, so, but we'll go over the pros and cons of this. Now, what pro is it's smaller. It probably doesn't weigh as much as a Shure, but it's heavy for its size. One thing I liked about it, I'm using a Behringer keyboard amp now. It's built-in effects. We'll review that in another video. So to avoid the feedback, I have a noise gate, and that worked pretty good. And I left this up halfway. And what's kind of cool about this volume knob on this is it clicks when it's halfway. So you can turn it down all the way at 6 o'clock, you turn it up to 12, and it stops. And it feels like it's turned up all the way. And when I was messing with it, I go, really? It doesn't have much volume sweep. But then you push it a little harder. Yeah, see? And it's already picking up my voice, and I'm not even near it. So put it down about halfway, and that's why I would run this mic all the time, halfway, because you're going to get less feedback that way. Alright, let's give it a shot on the karaoke amp, which I always use, with reverb and delay built in together. It's an echo function. We use a C-hop. No distortion, just reverb echo. It sounds just as good as my Sonotone mic. This has more low end to it, which I kind of like. Kind of goes better with the keyboard amp because that's a big 90-watt amp, and the low end of it really punches you. On this, it's almost a little bit overkill for this little amp, and it kind of drives it too much, but it does the distorted sound really well. Now I'm going to add the pedal. The pedal, which I've already reviewed, let me take a look. The Joyo American Sound pedal. We're going to turn it on here, and it's like magic. I mean, that is perfect Chicago honk sound. It doesn't really get much better than that. I mean, unless you had a bigger amp maybe, so you can make it more fuller sounding, but this is awesome. I mean, you don't need... I was going to swap the element in this, but I don't think I need to do that. I just don't. And for the money, it's great. You know, Adam Gus always said you use a clean mic and a dirty amp, and this amp is the dirtiest. That's why I still want an overdrive pedal for the other amp, because that's pretty clean. But I was getting some really good sound out of this the other night, and with this little amp and the pedal, it's nuts. You know. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm going to turn off the pedal. So that's the review. I would not overlook this mic. If you see one out there, that's obnoxious. If you see one out there for a good money, pick it up. If you don't like it, you can swap the element out. It's a great shell. I mean, I dropped it on the floor a couple of times at the gig, and not a mark on it. That's one. Let's go over a few of the cons. I mean, it is heavy. If you don't like a heavy, if you're got weaker hands, arthritis, whatever, you may not want it, because if you hold that all night, it's gonna get tedious. Yeah, so that's one of the cons. Another con on this mic is you don't have this on the PV version. The PV version has a little tiny XLR. It's not a standard one by the looks of it. I haven't seen one up close, so I don't know. It comes out the bottom. This is attached permanently, just like a Shure mic. So, I mean, if you're good with your hands, you can solder stuff, and you want to pay someone to do it. You may want to go with the, the 1/4-inch jack put on this. Greg Human does that on blowsmeawayproductions.com. I don't know if he would do this mic. You'd have to contact him and find out, but that's something you may want to consider this, because this is the way I drop this thing. I'm playing, step on it, out the hands. So that's not a good thing. And that's why I shied away from this kind of mic before, and always went with one you either pull it out, or it's so tiny that's not going to happen. Like those tape recorder mics, that's probably not going to happen. This happened twice in one night. So yeah, there's something to be aware of. But other than that, this is virtually indestructible. So, it's going to last. It's going to last a while. Alright, so that's the review on that mic. We'll be reviewing the Behringer keyboard amp next. Shameless plug. There's a little card for the shed inspectors. I don't know if that QR code can read, and I don't know if Facebook's going to have a hard time with that, but let's get it closer. Hopefully that focuses, I don't know. But yeah, shed inspectors. We're going to be taking probably a month or two off in the winter. Unfortunately, our guitar player has to have carpal tunnel syndrome surgery. So, but yeah, this summer, contact us. You can always message me on Facebook. I'm on there. All right. Have a good day, guys.